this is Trey Pastor. Welcome to my review. We're now spoilers of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. This is the movie that introduces Kang, and we know we saw him in a version of Kang in the Loki last episode of the season, but this is a totally different version of Kang. Anyway, as you see in the trailers, they get sucked into the quantum realm, and they actually, have to try to find a get out. And of course, Kang happens upon them and makes them a deal, like you see in the trailer. He needs something, and he enlists Ant-Man to do it. Now, this movie, I guess Rotten Tomatoes gave it like a 46, I think, score from the reviewers, and I think the audience score was like 86, so it was like a big 40-point swing. They made it seem like this movie is awful. No, this movie is not the best Ant-Man movie that's out there, but I found the movie entertaining, and the crowd I saw the movie with found it entertaining. There were people that were laughing at the points that were funny and being, awing at the moments that were sentimental. There were a lot of good family moments in this movie between, Scott and his daughter Cassie, and even Hope and her parents. Janet and Hank Pym. But the only kind of negative things I'm going to say about this movie is that I don't think they gave Hope enough to do in the movie. Okay, if that's, I guess, a slight spoiler, I guess that would be. She's Evangeline Lilly, who's really good in the part as Hope Van Dyne. She's really good, and I would like to have seen her more in the movie. Okay, I think the movie kind of focused primarily on, Scott and his daughter, Cassie, even though this is a recast, Cassie, not the Cassie that was in Endgame. But they kind of focused more on them, and also one of the good parts of the movie is you got more Michelle Pfeiffer, who's Janet Van Dyne, and they went into her backstory of her being in the quantum realm and stuff, and explored that, and I thought that was good. And Michelle Pfeiffer, to me, she hit it out of the park. She, to me, is the kind of the MVP besides Jonathan Major in this movie. Because he gets a lot to do. Michelle Pfeiffer, Janet Van Dyne's character and stuff, and to me, she hit it out of the park. I'm always a big fan of Michelle Pfeiffer, and it's good to see her actually get more. Okay, I guess it kind of came at the expense of Hope, her character, which is kind of a bummer. But as far as Kang is concerned, Jonathan Majors, he plays, like I said, a different version of Kang in this, and I thought he was really good in this. Just, Jonathan Majors is a great actor, and to me, he hits it out of the park in this. And there's some great scenes between him and Michelle Pfeiffer, him and, Scott Lang. Just really, Jonathan Majors is a really good character. And I know they were kind of, setting up things for future movies and stuff in this, but I thought he did a really good job as this version of Kang. Like I say, this version of Kang is totally different from the version of Kang he played, of course, in the Loki, season finale. So, but I thought he did a good job and knocked it out of the park. Now, a lot of people think there was a lot of things they didn't like about this movie, but to me, this movie was funny. It was okay. Like I said, I don't think it was the best Ant-Man movie. Okay, I still think the first one, it was best. Okay, but I thought this movie was entertaining. Like I said, I wasn't bored throughout it. I wasn't yawning. I wasn't looking at my watch throughout it. I thought it was a decent movie. Like I said, not the best Ant-Man movie. I still think the first one is just hilarious. And I guess the second one, and I guess maybe this one would be third. If I had to rank them, I would do it that way. And there was points in this movie where not the actresses, because she's just playing the part as it was written, but the Cassie, the character, sometimes she just annoyed me. Okay, she just really annoyed me, that character. Okay, and like I said, I don't want to spoil it, but there were moments when she just annoyed me. Okay, and I'm being perfectly honest about that. Okay, and like I said, again, so I guess the positives to me are you got more, Janet Van Dyne, aka Michelle Pfeiffer in this. Negatives, like I said, the character of Cassie sometimes it would annoy me at points, and not enough Hope Van Dyne to me in this movie. Even Michael Douglas, I think he had his few moments to shine too in this movie. I really like that Michael Douglas is Hank Pym. He had a few moments to shine in this movie as well. But this movie, I think, again, we got to see a lot of Kang in this and see his power set and stuff, and I thought that was nice to see. And I'll save the Marvel movies have after credit scenes and stuff, but I'll talk about that when I do my spoiler review. But I thought, again, I don't think this movie was just a 46. I think that's way too low for this movie. I would give this movie, if I had to rank it, I would give it a 7. Okay, oh yeah, I would give it a 7 out of 10. This movie is not as bad as they make it out to be. Like, this movie is horrible. So like I said, the character of Cassie was annoying at times and stuff. I did like the visuals in the quantum realm, and William, what's his name, Jackson? I forgot his name. The guy, this black actor from who was on that TV show on NBC. I can't remember his name. William Harper Jackson. I think that's his name. I thought he had a few good, interesting moments in this movie. When I found out he was in this movie, so I was looking forward to watching him, and I thought he had a few good moments in this movie. And again, Paul Rudd is this Paul Rudd, and he's just always entertaining, and there's some good sequences with him as well. There's some great scenes between him and Kang, and him and Cassie. So again, I would give this movie a 7 out of 10. It's not as bad as they make. I don't know, when I was seeing the reviews coming in, and especially the Rotten Tomato score of 46, I thought that was ridiculous that they rated that low. I think that's ridiculous. Okay, that it got that lower ranking. I think that's just ridiculous. Okay, and like I said, I enjoyed the movie, and the people that I saw the movie, it was a packed house that I saw with today, and like I said, people were entertained. People were sitting there laughing at points in the movie that deserved to be laughed, and awing at points that deserved to be awed at in this movie. So they found it entertaining as I found it entertaining. So I don't, like I said, that's why I don't go by critics. I'd rather go see a movie and judge it for myself. Okay, so that's what I. So I give it a 7 out of 10, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more Jonathan Majors, because remember, it's going to be the Kang Dynasty, so we're going to get more versions of Kang out there. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, anyway, let me know what you think. Have you seen Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania? What do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel called Views and Opinions. Please check that out as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon. Okay, my Patreon is only $5 a month. Please check that out. I have tons of content on there, tons of unedited content on there. Got DC shows on there, got Marvel shows on there. I have movies on there as well. It's only $5 a month. Follow the link, and you see all my unedited reactions to that. There's a ton of content on there. Okay, so check it out. Follow the link. Also, please give me this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you can know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trey Pass. So saying so long, and take care.